Today is Wednesday, Parashat Shofetim. The parasha of this week includes in it a portion about the Jewish king. And it says in this portion about the king, there are three things that he has to be careful with. Number one, rak lo yarbelo susim, he should not have too many horses. And the reason that is given here is velo yashiv et ha'am mitzrayma, so that he will not return the people to Egypt, leman arbot sus, because that was the marketplace for the horses. And if he wants to have a lot of horses, he's going to have the people go back to Egypt. Hashem amar lachem, and Hashem told you, don't go back. Lashuv baderech hazeh, to go back in this way, to go back to Egypt. Second thing, velo yarbelo nashim, he should not have too many wives. Velo yasu levavo, and so that his heart would not be led astray, because sometimes, obviously, a person can be tempted to have wives because of their beauty, not necessarily because of their proper behavior, or not necessarily, maybe even wives that were not Jewish, whether they converted or not. It could be all sorts of temptations that could, through that person being seduced, he could be led astray from going after Mitzvot and being committed and devoted to Hashem. V'chesed v'zahav lo harbe lo me'od. And he should not have too much silver and too much gold. And here the reason is not given, but the obvious idea is if a person is totally intent on increasing the royal treasury and just going after more kesef, more silver and more gold, the presence of his of so much wealth could blind the king to his responsibilities as a king, as a person that should really look always just for the good of his country and his people, rather than for amassing more and more wealth. So these are the three mitzvot that are given for the king not to do. And in Masechet Sanhedrin, it points out something interesting. It says usually the Torah doesn't give us the reason for mitzvot. This is the only place really in the Torah where it tells you, not in terms of the reward, but you know why you don't increase too many horses, because you might send the people back to Egypt. It doesn't say, let's say, you don't eat pork because it's not healthy. It doesn't give you the reason for the mitzvot, but this is a place where it gives the reasons. Masechet Sanhedrin says, Amar Bitzchak says, Mipnei ma lo nitgalu ta'amei Torah. Why the reasons for the mitzvot of the Torah are not revealed? Sh'harei shnei mikraot nitgalu, because there were two pesukim where the logical reason is given, Bahem time, v'nichshal bahem gdol ha'olam. And one of the wisest person of the world, was Shlomo HaMelech, stumbled and failed in these two situations. Katuv, lo yarbe lo nasim, lo yarbe lo susim, v'lo yashiv et ha'am mitzrayim. I shouldn't have too many horses so that people don't go up to Egypt. And then also it says, you shouldn't have too many wives so that they will not lead their heart astray. Shlomo HaMelech said, I'm so wise, he was too self-assured that he's not going to fail in these things. And he says, you know what? I'm going to have many horses, velo ashiv, and I'm not going to return the people to Egypt. Ani arbe, I'll have many wives as I'd like, and then still none of them would lead my heart in the wrong direction. Bekatuv achar kach, but there's testimony in the Navi, but Tetzeh Merkava miMitzrayim, there was also, he returned the people to Egypt through that desire to have many horses. The Gamken also, it's written about King Solomon, Vahile et ziknat shelomo, in his older age, Nashav hitu et levavo. Some of the wives that he married, hitu et levavo, they led him astray off the path of mitzvot and dedication to Hashem. So we see the reason why, the explanation why certain mitzvot are given. Mitzvot are divine. The Torah is divine. The Torah is such that even if we don't understand the reason for the mitzvot, we still have to follow them, because Hashem, who's the source of the mitzvot, knows what's good for us, what's good for the world. And if we were to give a reason for the mitzvot, there will be many people who say, oh, this doesn't apply to me. It says that I cannot do this or that, but I can still do it, and it will not have an effect on me. I can deal with it. But that's why the Torah doesn't give the reasons for mitzvot. We are to follow them. And Hachamim bring this example when the reason for the mitzvot was given, even Shlomo HaMelech, who was the wisest of all men, stumbled and failed in these situations. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.